Hey everyone, glad to be here again with you on this beautiful Friday. Just want to start off with a quick reminder about Sunday and what's coming up, because we are still doing our Engage seminar. And so if you want to join us for that, be sure to make sure you register and come online at 9 for our Zoom time for that on Sunday morning. Great time just to explore how to be light in our neighborhoods, light in the places that God has planted us. So be sure to check that out. Just for a quick weekly word that I want to share with you, I actually want to talk about something that we'll be speaking about on Sunday. There's basically two big themes that come out on Sunday. Number one is the generosity that's a part of being a follower of Jesus, and the other is how the enemy likes to come at us in that place of showing the character of God to mess things up. And so, what I want to speak about today, which we'll talk about and dive into a little more on Sunday, is how we can be generous in this season. Now, I recognize this is a lot longer season than a lot of us were expecting. There's some frustration that I'm sure you're feeling at this thing just dragging on, and even with things restarting, things are not restarting the way that we're used to them being. And so there is a lot of frustration out there. And sometimes we feel that a bit in our perspectives on what's going on with the pandemic and the lockdown. Some people on one side of the spectrum who really don't feel this is necessary at all. Others on the other side of the spectrum that are feeling a lot of fear about what could happen with COVID-19. And what's tending to happen a lot in social media and other platforms is that people are being, a little bit nasty to each other, to be frank. There's a lot of discussion that seems to get very heated online, and a lot of things are said that are unkind and ungenerous to each other. But what I want to just bring to light for you today, as we think about the generosity we can express as followers of Jesus, is that we have an opportunity in this season to be generous in spirit, generous in kindness, generous in gentleness, generous in love, particularly with those we do not agree with and who do not agree with us. In fact, in speaking about love for people, Jesus kind of said, what difference does it make if you only love those who love you? That's not really showing much in the way of love at all. This is what he says in Matthew chapter 5 about loving our enemies. He says, "You have heard it said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. If you love those who love you, what reward will you get?" Church, in this season, we have an opportunity to actually show what the love of God is all about. Loving those who are different than us, who don't agree with us, who in fact, maybe we would call our enemies. Let's show them the generosity of the love that we have received from the Heavenly Father, so that maybe they would want to receive that too. Let's be generous in our love and in our kindness in this season. God bless you, church. I'm looking forward to digging into this a little bit more with you on Sunday. We'll see you then.